Will Dustin Poirier shock the world and take out lightweight champion Islam Makhachev? See who fighters are picking in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
Man, in this fight, I like Dustin, but in this fight, I think there is more chances on the side of Islam.
You can never count Dustin out, so you can say that, but he's definitely up against it with this one.
Islam's the favorite. Do you feel like, I think he's like a big favorite, like minus 550. Do you think that's the right call there as far as the odds?
It's a fight, bro. It's a fight, and Dustin got hands. Dustin can put anybody out. So anybody at 155, he can put them out. So
I hope so. The Dustin will win the fight because Mateusz Gamrot, he's his sparring partner, so he's got, you know, very good support.
So, but do you think Poirier wins, or you think Islam will win that fight? Like, if you had to, I know you're not allowed to bet, but if you could put money on the fight, who'd you put money on?
Okay, Islam.
I gotta go with the diamond, man. I've been following Poirier for a minute. I'm a big fan.
You have to give the edge to Islam, but I'm always rooting for Poirier. I just like the dog mentality, the style that he fights. He's got to stay on his bike. He's got to change his stances. He's a southpaw by nature, but you got to get that lead leg out of the way. You know, it's going to be southpaw versus southpaw. I see Islam trying to run the double leg, probably snatch single, try to get attachments. So moving that lead foot is my point. Just staying out of where you're just planted down and throwing big punches. You got to be able to create angles off movement. And keep your back off the fence. But I'll be rooting for Poirier, but I think Islam's probably going to get it.
Well, Islam definitely has the edge. There's no question about that. It's definitely an uphill battle for Poirier. And, you know, it's going to be hard to see him stopping Islam's takedown and find a way to knock him out. But if he can stop that takedown and find a way to start landing some good strikes, I mean, you know, Poirier's the type of guy that can fucking do it. So don't count him out. You know, he shouldn't be as big of an underdog as he is.
And Islam's so good, we all know that. But man, I've been a Poirier fan forever. Even like right when he got signed to the UFC, one of his fights before he got signed was a guy named Derek Krantz, and I was like a fan of Derek Krantz. I ended up fighting Derek Krantz, so we had like a common opponent. So I've actually been watching and rooting for Poirier since his UFC debut so long ago. And I would love to see such a tenured veteran become champion. So I'm definitely going to be rooting for him. If he jumps a Gilly, I'm going to lose it. It's going to be awesome.
Do you think he wins, though? Or do you think Islam will ultimately get it done?
I think Poirier can win. He does very well against southpaws. He's fought a bunch of southpaws. His grappling's excellent. You know, that's a tough task for anybody. Do I think he can win? Yes, I do.
Man, I want Dustin Poirier to win just because he's a striker. You know what I mean? So, two-striker win, me and Dustin Poirier.
There you go. But do you think he wins? Or do you think Islam has the edge in that one?
I feel like, you know, when Dustin Poirier fought Khabib, he hurt him.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So I think Dustin Poirier, he got more experience. So I think he'll get the upset.
I wish I could say Dustin Poirier by guillotine, but I think it's going to be Islam Makhachev. Man, he's striking is better than Khabib's. Same wrestling pedigree. I think he takes him down and probably submits him.
Dustin. I feel like the stars are going to align for him, and I feel like Dustin's going to pull it off. Everybody's, you know, picking Islam and think Islam's going to get it done, but I think Dustin's going to rise to the occasion for this one. Third time's a charm.